Currently, Starbucks is the third largest holding in my dividend growth portfolio. I own 10 shares and have $900 worth of it. I was up big on the stock, and now I'm recently in the red with union issues and other issues that I covered in my Starbucks video and why it's down. The stock even got to the high 70s, and just when things bottomed out, Starbucks' savior Howard Schultz came in and saved the day. Starbucks announced that Kevin Johnson will retire after being CEO for 5 years. This is a complete surprise to me and other investors in Starbucks, as he was pretty young and was only with the company for a short amount of time in my opinion. So in today's video, we're going to be going over all the news, how this is going to impact my buying strategy on Starbucks, my opinion on it, and many more. And guys, if you enjoy the video and like dividend growth based investing for the long term, my name's Ryan, I'm 16 years old. It would mean a lot if you guys could subscribe. I'm trying to get to 150 by the end of the year. Also, smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, turn on post notifications, and of course, roll the intro.
Hello, I like money.
As mentioned earlier, Starbucks is actually dealing with some issues right now in China, some union issues, and of course some issues with the overall restaurant industry is dealing with inflation and other shortages. Currently, the stock is down 28% from its high. And if you guys are on my free Discord, you'd be knowing that I'm buying this stock like crazy right now on this dip. For my analysis of Starbucks, I've realized that these are all short-term issues that they're dealing with right now. And I think bringing in Howard Schultz really helps them deal with these short-term issues. Schultz truly does have a passion for Starbucks and is doing this for only $1, which is pretty cool. Now, here's an interview with some lady that's on the board of directors for Starbucks. She kind of has a weird tone and a passive-aggressive tone, so don't mind that. But she basically describes what Howard Schultz is going to be doing with helping the company.
What happened? Why is Kevin standing down? I think that comes as a huge surprise to investors, to anybody who's been watching the company.
It's not a surprise to the board. Over a year ago, Kevin signaled to us that he was starting to think about his future and starting to think about retiring. And he told us he thought the waning days of the pandemic might be the perfect bookend to his now five-year career as CEO. And so that time has come. The day is now here, and the board wants to respect that decision. He's done a great job for us at Starbucks and really wants to move on to do something else now. And then we have this MVP, one of the greatest players in the game, on the bench. So the board called him up. We called and said, Howard, would you help us out during this period? And he agreed to do so. We thought at this moment, he's the perfect person, certainly the perfect culture carrier. And so he'll help us transition, help us on board a new leader. And we get all of that for $1. He's going to do it for free.
He's going to be doing this for free, a donation of $1 to do it. Look, Kevin Johnson, under his tenure, it's been a very impressive stock, up more than 41%. But under Howard Schultz, the stock price was up by 21,000%. And the stock right now up by about 6% on this news. It has to be because Schultz is coming back in. Right.
Kind of energy to anything that he does. It's infectious. He certainly has an entrepreneurial spirit that is so deep. But this company never stands still. He has infected us with that idea of moving forward no matter what. 2008 is what you're referring to. This is not back to the past. It's back to the future. He'll be here for an interim period. We fully expect to have a new CEO here in the fall. But in the meantime, we're going to take advantage of all of that great energy, those ideas. He'll help us reaffirm, recommit, reconnect to our culture in a way that I think will be very useful and a great transition to the next leader.
Melody, if you knew a year ago that Kevin was going to be stepping down, why not start the search for a new CEO already? Or was this a situation where you thought, we want to have Howard back in the chair?
Well, we had no date certain, first of all. The Howard idea did not come up last year. It was very recent. And I would say that, remember, we're looking for a CEO during a pandemic. We started to step up our process and thinking about succession planning. We put together a working committee. We have engaged Russell Reynolds Associates. We spent a great deal of time thinking about what do we want the next leader to be? What kind of characteristics should he or she have? And so there's been a lot, but we're not going to hire a CEO over Zoom. I can tell you that. And there were times we couldn't even travel. Our board couldn't get together. We have board members who are all over the world. There's a lot. And there have been fits and starts, but we've been on a path. And this is not news to us. We've been very deliberate, thoughtful, and considered all of our options in this process.
If you're anticipating that you will have a new CEO by the fall, what will Howard's role be beyond that? Is he going to be working with this new CEO? Will he be spending time kind of training them, showing them the ropes, teaching them the culture?
Certainly, that's something that we want, and that's what we've asked him to do, and he said yes, which is great. We want him to help onboard that next leader. He'll join our board again and be a voice, I think, which will be very, very helpful. We want to lean on all of Howard's expertise and all of his brilliance. And again, he said yes, and we want a leader that wants to tap into that. We have a great slate of candidates. People want this job, and we're fully confident we'll have a new.
My key takeaways from this clip here is that Howard Schultz is going to really be helping and be really involved in Starbucks' short-term and long-term future. I'm also happy he's going to be heavily involved in choosing the next CEO, and I think he's a really trustworthy person to have this company's hands in. Another thing that I was actually really happy to hear was this is a job that people want. I think that Starbucks has pricing power right now, and I think that Starbucks is like one of those positions like everybody wants. That's a job that people have circled, and the job that, most people want, which is really good to see in the quality companies that I look to invest in. So I think Schultz is going to come in during this short period of time. He's going to take care of all the union issues. I'm confident in that. The China issues, I think, are more short to medium term with COVID closures and all, but I think, again, he loves this job so much, and he's going to get the job done and take care of it. So how is this going to impact my view on Starbucks and my buying strategy? It won't. Basically, I'll be buying more if it keeps dipping, even though I don't think it will. I think this is still a really high-quality company, even before Schultz came back, and I think it's even higher quality now and more safe. Starbucks has a cult-like following, great pricing power, and I think a really good outlook for the future. They buy back shares, which is something I love to see as a dividend investor, and continually grow their dividend in a fast pace. So guys, thank you so much for watching. In conclusion, I'm really bullish on Starbucks, and I think Schultz is going to come in and fix up the short-term issues. I really appreciate you guys watching. Let me know what you guys think about Starbucks in the comment section below. Again, I'm doing a Q&A, so if you guys have any questions for that, please leave them below. I'm answering any questions. Ask as many as you'd like. Have a jolly time down there. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Join the Discord. Watch all the previous portfolio updates. Watch the Starbucks stock update that I made last time. Again, do dividend stocks, not drugs. Have a good one.